Hi chaps, SimOP here from Beard, Biceps and Batchat. Today I'm bringing you some gameplay from Thiepval Ridge. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. In my E5. I'd love to say there's a special reason for this gameplay, but it was just a good game, quite a bit of block damage, and just quite interesting to watch and talk through more than anything else. So I've not played heavy tanks in a little while. The reason for that is I was grinding out the French line and I've been playing the British line up to the Centurion 7-1. So as you can see from the numerous bumps at the start, it's taken a little bit to get used to. Thankfully the E5, as I'm sure everyone's well aware, is a very forgiving tank, so it shouldn't be too much of an adjustment. Well, I hope not anyway, or this could be a very awkward replay. Normally when I play this map in my mediums, I normally go to the hill on E8. There's a nice little rock there, nice little bush, get plenty of spotted and assisted damage. Since I'm playing a heavy, I'm going to play this map a little bit differently, so that's going to involve me going to G3. Now this is one of the main engagement points for heavy tanks. 3 T49s on a team. Awesome. Anyway, sorry, bit distracted there. So this is one of the main engagement points for heavy tanks. This is where the main push through comes from the red team or the green team. So I want to get in position to get involved as quickly as possible. I want to ensure I can use my armor, my HP and my gun. I've got to do quite a lot for the team. As a heavy tank, I'm expected to lead from the front and do as much damage and soak up as much damage as possible. The deployment for our team is a little bit unusual. We've got two TDs sitting on the hill on E8 with a medium in that spot I like usually to occupy. A heavy's gone up there. Generally I'd expect our mediums to potentially push up the zero line and sweep round, but it's not the end of the world that they're pushing quite aggressively into the heavy hotspot. So we've spotted the Conqueror and the IS-3. Conqueror's hold down is in a good position. He's getting himself sorted. The C5 sort of waiting to get shots into me or the T49 beside me. So what I'm trying to do is just to ping his quite large commander's hatch. Although it's been buffed, I can still go through. But at this sort of range I'm unlikely to hit. So what I decide to do is to be fairly aggressive here. I'm quite well supported on the right hand side with heavy and mediums, so I want to get a couple of spots on the enemy and just to see how they're deployed. So I push potentially a little bit too hard here, look up and realise, shit, what have I got myself into? Who are all these cheeky chaps waiting to bully me and pick on me? So I quickly pull back, thankfully blocking pretty much every single shot. Again, that's down to the E5 rather than any particular skill of mine, and just assess the situation. So we have the E5 on the ridge. I'm taking damage from the Conqueror. He's flaying a little bit. His general idea is right. He's hold down, taking shots at me, using his gun. I'm in a crossfire from the E5, so potentially I'm in a fairly dangerous situation. So thankfully my teammates have gone for the hatch but missed, realised the situation I'm in, and I started putting shots into the E5 just to keep him in place so he can't attack me. So I'm pulling back just to get an idea of how I actually want to go about the situation. Do I want to engage the E5 or do I want to do a bit of peekaboo with the Conqueror, the IS-3 and the grill? So I decide put the shot into the E5, see if I can just take some damage off him, just whittle him down so he's not so adventurous and so cheeky taking shots at me. Again, just bouncing off that cupola, just not going through. Thankfully my team are. I decide he's pinned down enough, the other guys will take care of him. I can start pushing aggressively. So I push out, put a snapshot in. Notice the IS-3 is backing up massively, and I can't resist putting a shot into one of the sides of his pike nose. Potentially I should have hit the Conqueror. In fact, I know I should. The IS-3 isn't much of a threat. The Conqueror is far more of a threat, and it's being driven by a fairly competent driver as well. I'm getting quite lucky with a lot of these bounces. So I'm going to look to deal with this Conqueror, take him out. He's a good player, he's got to go. With the IS-3 dead, the Conqueror dead, this immediate section in front of us is cleared. We spot the FTB 183 and we've got to decide whether we want to do the E5 or with this little cheeky chap who's just appeared. So, oh, there's a waffle, there we go. I decide in this situation, the guys are still shooting at the E5 to my left. He is unlikely to push at me, so I don't have to worry about him. My front's angled towards him in case he does push. Now this waffle is just running. I'm throwing shots into him. I don't have to worry about return fire too much from him. Although he is a big threat, he has to stop and aim in first, although that takes 1.9 seconds. Unless he stops, I don't need to worry. If he stops, turns his turret towards me, then I need to worry. So I'm just going to keep piling shots into his turret, which is a weak spot. All that he's focused on is just unloading his clip into whatever poor chap he's found below him. So he's taken out, no longer a concern, and we can just mop up the rest of the red team. This game, although it started fairly slow initially, the team has gone on a bit of a rampage and just started crushing face. So it's been a fairly quick game. We're not. So just while we're chasing the last two reds down, what I wanted to sort of touch on a little bit as well is I'm quite curious to see what you guys would like to see me do next. What tanks would you like to see me grind up to tier 10? You know, would you like to see me stream a couple of videos? I'm quite keen on opening up a couple of platoons, having a couple of you guys join me, see if we can have a little bit of fun doing that. So I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts on that, and just pretty much what you'd like to see me do next. Oh, let me get a shot into someone. There we go. Take his ammo rack out. That's quite a lucky shot. The other thing I should point out is at this point I'm fairly close to getting another mark on my E5. So sometimes you'll see me forego taking shots into the hull to take out tracks. That's just to get more track damage, more assist damage. When you're chasing marks on tanks, you've got to play a little bit differently. It doesn't just take into consideration physical damage. There's assisted damage, track damage, destroyed, module damage and all the rest. So you've got to play a little bit more, I wouldn't say a supporting role, but you want other people to get hits in. So for example, I put a shot into an M103, take his track out, everyone else piles shots into him while I aim at another guy, take a shot at him. That'll get me far higher at the damage standing charts than it would do just putting one shot into an M103. So we managed to win the game. I'll be honest, that was quite a bit of a steamroll, but hopefully we've done quite well on this. I think this moved me up a couple of percent this game. We've managed to make 75,000 coins, 3,500 damage, 4,000 assists. So we've got our first class steel wall, 5,500 damage blocked, only one destroyed, but it's not too bad. So let me know what you'd like to see next, chaps. I hope you're enjoying the content. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you next time, chaps.